everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game features a team that can get it done on the ground. The Niners lead the league in rushing TDs, and they'll go up against the Rams, who will need to be stout up front.
Thank you, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the home of Super Bowl 50, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. Fake here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Leonard Williams in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Slot man moves right. Room here to run. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. A big play there for the Niners. 64 yards on the ground. And now a first down following that long gain. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Leonard Williams in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Second down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey. Because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
Here's Dixon. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
Second down following the run. Back to throw. Goff. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Goff on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops. Out, incomplete. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
From the gun, here's Goff. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. Goff to Watkins for a Rams first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Fresh set of downs here. A shotgun snap for Goff. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Out of the gun. Goff. His throw incomplete. Gerald Everett is tight end, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down.
Partner, was that Justin Houston breaking up a pass on his zone drop there?
It was indeed the former Georgia Bulldog.
Yeah, normally what we talk about with him, rushing the passer. That's where he's really earned his reputation. But showing here he can be a complete player with that great speed of his.
On third down. That's Austin. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up 4th. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Third and long. It's Garoppolo. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. Needed 13. They got 14 on third down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Flushed out right. And he's got some space here. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now let's go. Back there, Philly. Here we go.
Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. Going for the deep ball. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And that one good for 16 yards and a first. Well, no matter your experience level as a quarterback, you throw an interception on that first drive, maybe a little shaken up. Nice response there to get their first down.
I think you make an excellent point. I don't care who you are. You throw an interception, it's going to get to you a little bit. But the ones that we've seen that are the best, you never notice it. They don't come to the bench, throw their helmets, they don't do any of that. Just go back out the next drive and act like it never happened. And that's what we're seeing here.
And that is incomplete here.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Second down following the incompletion.
Set. Green, 39.
Garoppolo again. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Philly. Here we go. Watching that, Barney.
Now a handoff looking right. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Here we go. 319. 319. Watching that, Barney.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. That is caught inside the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. And this seemingly endless drive continues. To throw is Garoppolo. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Now receiver in motion left. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. This is the most important of them all, 3rd and goal. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. And he knocks it through. Gold now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
And a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
This one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
Here we go now.
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Buying time to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second.
Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron. 20, 10, 5, and he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
This will be fielded at the 6. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest. But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Here we go. 3-19.
Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A.
I know it's hard to believe, but sometimes guys who are built with the dimension of linebackers can actually get lost from sight by the quarterback.
Well, they're usually not the tallest guys.
So, yeah, that allows them sometimes to kind of hide down in there, kind of get a little bit lower, and maybe he just never saw him. But, boy, he sure wishes he had. He picked it off and ran it all the way back for a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Oh, this is becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick sixes from the same quarterback in the same game.
And I know that many are going to scream at the coach about why did you let him stay out there to throw those. But truthfully, what are the odds that you're going to throw 3 pick sixes in a game? You want to leave them out there so they can work through some of the rough stuff.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. The Niners on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Play action. Garoppolo. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. 1:57 to go in this first half. We'll come back here right after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be a second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep him to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. 18 yards there, down to the 18, and a 1st down. So they're operating in the red zone. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. Gold now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Goff now to throw. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Goff now looking to throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Aaron Lynch, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Now Goff. And the pressure gets to him again. So we've come to halftime. And no update from Larry this week, apparently. We'll try again in week 7. But for now, let's get back to the action, ready to kick off the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They stay on the ground with Dixon. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Partner, I think the easy thing now would be to just abandon the run and start throwing the football at all costs. But I've been in so many games where it doesn't work running the ball, and then something pops, and now you get something going. I'm not so sure to just abandon your game plan this early in the second half.
The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And now they'll run it here off tackle. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
This was boxing. You think maybe they would have thought about stopping this one because this defense has been bruised, it's been battered. But this is why they keep the fight going, right? They just got done with a really nice play, showing they still got a little bit left, don't they?
Haven't had many plays that they can clip, put in the film room, and smile about, but, hey, there's one.
Clip and save.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Mark Barron. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. First down, they go with Dixon. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Goff. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Reuben Foster leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys. It's Goff. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. A gain of 19 on 3rd and 18, and that'll move the chains. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long. Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1. On first down, it's gone. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Aaron Lynch in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. To throw on 2nd down is gone. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll run it now out of the gun. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they've dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Now Gold for the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. Gold now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Rams getting set to go now. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They'll start the drive with Dixon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Dixon again. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Here's Goff. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. On play action, now Garoppolo. Flush to his right. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
The Niners on third down. Can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Dancing to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Leonard Williams in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So the defense gets to the quarterback. Now the offense backed up on 2nd down. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. 30. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, 1-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick 6.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And now here's a carry heading left. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And his throw is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Watch left, watch left, watch left.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete.
They were stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
They get 17 down to the 17, and it's a 1st down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Oh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
All right, here we go.
Now Garoppolo. They'll set up the screen with Davis. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. The Niners on 3rd down. How about this stat? A perfect 9 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Let's go. Blue landed. 26 Mike.
Now Garoppolo. Got to have this one. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Michael Brockers. Busting through to get him for a loss of 6. The drive begins with a run by Dixon. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will be taken at the 13. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Obviously a tough spot here. They need a lot of luck to win this game, but still a small chance.
They've got to make sure they get the ball to the sidelines, get out of bounds, preserve clock.
Now a handoff as they run left side. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down, couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now they try the right side here. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He loses 5 full yards to bring up 4th.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell them, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. One final try now for Garoppolo. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Kayvon Webster. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for L.A., it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Niners, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8.